Alright, so we're back. Sorry for my allergies and my voice. But we're done with the text, the shape, fill and stroke, layers. So we proceed now to actually filling the background. So what we're going to do is create another background by Control J and then background fill. Right, so we're going to do is go to the gradient tool, which is you can select from the gradient or paint bucket. Paint bucket is a solid color. So what we're going to do for the fill is you just double click the swatch here and then pick your color and then here. So you can always have a solid color for the fill. If you want it to be gradient, what you can do is go to the gradient tool and then this is the options for the gradient. So we can use, for instance, this one. You just click and drag where you want it to start, click and drag, and then that's the linear gradient. This is the radial. I'll click this one. This is radial. Okay, this is an abstracted uh, abstracted gradient. This is another linear gradient, but this time it's a bit there. It's more on the reflected gradient, and this is a diamond gradient. Right. What if we want a lot of colors? You can just click this one, and then you can choose rainbow color. Ouch. Linear rainbow color. What if you don't want anything here? You want to create your own gradient. So what you can do is you just double click this one or single click, and then pick this one or anything you want to edit. For instance, this one. I don't like the color. Just double click this one and then pick the color that you want. For instance, I like this one. And then for the end, I will do this one. So if I click OK, so that's it. Now, what if you want another color? Here, you just click anywhere in this line and then just double click this one to change the color. Alright, so click another one if you want, and then there you go. So we can try. So that's it. But what if you want to control? If you move this, you can see diamond shape. You can just limit the color there. Oops. If you want to remove this one, you just click drag outside. Okay, so click the outside, click drag. So this is what I want you to actually look at here. What if you want majority of it blue and then the rest is this color? So that's the harsh ones that you can create using this diamond. You see, harsher and then more blending. All right. Okay, now we proceed, of course, to the next topic, which is photo manipulation. Okay, so file. Sorry, my PC is hanging open. And then this one. Right. So technically speaking, always remember if you're going to edit a photo, you need to duplicate the original one. Why? So you can actually see your edits and what it looks like before. So you can just click the background, Control J, or you can actually click and drag to duplicate. Alright, so we proceed now to adjusting the brightness, vibrance. So you go to image, adjustment, and then brightness. So there, contrast. Oops. And then we can have vibrance here. Then saturation. Okay, so as you can see, let's unseen this one. Before, after, before, after. Now, unfortunately, if you did that kind of editing, which is you go to image adjustment and then you pick your your tools here, you cannot go back to the brightness side and lower it down. No, it's distracting method of editing. Right, so we don't want this one. So we try to, let's delete this and then duplicate another. Instead of going to image adjustment and go here, I suggest that for this part, go to the adjustment tool. So this one, brightness, levels, curve, is also the same tools here, but it works differently. Why? Once I click the brightness, automatically, as you can see, it created another layer, which is good. Why? For instance, we lower this down, contrast, and then we go to vibrance, what we did there. Okay, if you want to see the vibrance before you edit it, that's it. If you want to see brightness, that's it. And you can just see this is the original one if you put brightness and we put vibrance. Now, the good thing here is once you click this one, okay, oops, sorry. Once you click this one, you can actually go back to the brightness of, look, this is our brightness, this is our vibrance, so we can actually tweak it again without going back to the original one. So this is a undistracting method. Alright, so this is better than going here, image adjustment, and here. Why? Because it's permanent. You cannot remove, you cannot edit. Okay, so this is better. Right, so we proceed now to the next one, removing her pimples. Once you are happy with your editing, we can just from vibrance, hold shift to layer 1. So multiple selection, and then right click, you go to merge layers. Okay, merge layers. So the selected layers will merge as one layer. Right, now if you do that, of course you cannot edit or go back to the vibrance and brightness. So this is the edited version. Now let's remove her pimples. So where to go? Spot healing tool. This is spot healing tool. Okay, spot healing brush tool. So shortcut is J. So this is spot healing. Now if your cursor is like this one, the cross one, and you want to change it to the circle ones, where you can actually see how big or small your brush is, rather than using this one, just click caps lock. Okay, so let's zoom in a little, and then let's reduce the brush size using the open bracket open bracket, and then we just click, 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 and then let's move here. Okay, let's just remove. Let's just retain some of it so it will look like too much edit was here. Okay, let's move like that, and then here, a little bit, and here. Alright, now let's just retain that one. So before and after. Okay, alright, so that is spot healing tool. Okay, so we proceed now to actually removing things that we don't want. Okay, so let's open this one. Right, so let's go to the marquee tool, which is this, shortcut is M. So let's try to remove the notebook. So let's, this one, and then move to. Okay, you're actually removing it. It's white because of, well, there's nothing below it. That's why it's white, right? So what if we want to remove the selection tool? Control D is the shortcut. Control D. Okay, this is the rectangular. What about the ellipse now? Elliptical. What we can do is we can actually select. If you want it to be perfect circle, just hold shift. Right. Now, let's try to remove this canon. Alright, so if we do this one, it's quite difficult. Why? Because where we start clicking, the, that's the position of the elliptical tool. Now, what if, and then V for move tool. So, what is the easier way to do it? Instead of actually creating it like this one, go to the middle of the canon and then yes, but this time hold out. Right. So you notice instead of it actually starting the marquee tool where you actually click and drag, it will automatically, if this is where you're going to click, it's from center and away from the center. Alright, this one. Okay? Alright. Alright, excuse me. So this is how you actually remove pictures or parts that you don't want. Now, technically speaking, we just made a big hole out of this one. So let's try to open, well, this one. Alright, no, we're not yet done. So this is marquee tool. What about this one, lasso tool? Lasso tool is actually you can click drag and then there you have it. You will have a selection. It's quite difficult because it picks pixels, and then in terms of magic wand, this is easier. Magic wand is it picks one color pixel and then look. I'm sorry, move to. So it can pick a solid color. Let's click hit here and then we move it. Alright, the field notes were not clicked. Why? Because marquee tool selects the nearest pixel color that you picked. So if you want to pick this one using the magic wand tool, you just hold shift, click, 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 click. Alright, okay, okay. Alright, alright. Okay, 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 okay. Let's do it faster. Alright, so move, right? So it depends on your image, which is easier. The marquee tool, the lasso tool, or the quick selection tool. For the lasso tool, I forgot, polygonal lasso tool is you click, drag, click, click, rather than free hand, right? So there, okay? Or we can have this magnetic lasso tool where you click, it will actually guide your selection tool. Alright, depends if it picked your right pixel and then click and then move. Alright, it depends on the background per se, what you will use here, right? Okay, so this is we are going to proceed to the next one.